Hi, how's everyone doing? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to be discussing my HDR M4A1 class in Modern Warfare. We can go fully in depth on why I use these certain attachments, what benefits it gives and what cons it gives, and if these stats actually are true or not. So let's get into it. So we're going to default both of my weapons and then just show you what I'm using. So for the first things first on my HDR, the stock selection is the F-Tac Sword Scout, the F-Tac Hunter Scout, the FSS Nomad stock, and then the F-Tac Champion stock. So personally for me, I'm using the F-Tac Sword Scout stock. This is just for the ADS speed. If you want a quick scope or play Warzone, I would always suggest using this stock. I would just say this is the best stock on there. I know I see a couple of people using the F-Tac Champion just for the aim and stability and aim on steadiness. I personally feel like this is not needed though. Then we go on to the optics. Now for the optic choices is the Scout Combat Optic, the Thermal Sniper Scope, the VLK 3x Optic, the Variable Zoom Scope, the Cronin C480 Pro Optic, the Merc Thermal Optic, and then the Thermal Dual Power Scope. So to start things off, the Scout Combat Optic, if you want to play just a really weird class, you could use this. I'm not using this class. It's just, just not a good option. The Thermal Sniper Scope, this is what you want to use if something came back like the Thermal Optic Meta. The VLK Optic, again, just like shipment or something, I don't use any of these sites. The Variable Zoom Scope, this is a advanced scope what zooms in between 5.5 times and 12.6 times for fighting at extreme ranges. Personally though, I'm not a big fan of this optic. I'm liking using the default. The Cronin C480 Pro Optic is again just like on the VLK optics. The Merc Thermal Optic is a thermal optic, but it's not what you would find on an AR. It's not a zoomed in one. And this is a thermal target identification ADS speed. I don't use this either. The Thermal Dual Power Scope, this is again what you want to use if the Thermal Sniper Meta comes back. For the laser, you always want a laser. You just want the tac laser. This gives you ADS speed. Then for the barrels, you have a 26.9 HDR Pro barrel, a 26.0 build barrel, and a 72-inch build barrel. What you want for this is the 26.9 HDR Pro barrel. This is just the best one for the damage range, bullet velocity, and recoil control. The cons of this is ADS speed, movement speed, but because you have two attachments already, what benefits that, you're good. The 26 bullet barrel just gives you recoil control, but takes away bullet velocity. If you've ever found the HDR off the ground, the Oceana, I believe this actually has the 72-inch, the 17.2 inch, if not the 26 inch, and I can never hit shots with that thing because there is so much bullet velocity. These two you want to avoid. For the muzzle, you have the flash guard, the tactical suppressor, the breacher device, the muzzle brake, the lightweight suppressor, the compensator, and the monolithic suppressor. Out of all three of these attachments, the monolithic suppressor is going to be the one you choose. This gives you sound suppression, what's the most important, but also damage range. Sound suppression keeps you off the minimap. It gives you ADS speed and aim walking steadiness. Then for perks, I'm using Focus perk. This is quite frankly, I would personally say the best just because of the flinch resistance, so you can hit your shots while it's getting shot at. And that is my HDR class. Now let's go on to the M4. So on my M4 you have some muzzle options. These are the flash guard, breacher device, tactical suppressor, muzzle brake, sleight of hand, compensator, and one fixed suppressor. I'm using the one fixed suppressor. For barrel options, there's the FSS 11.5 Commander barrel, stock M16 Grenadier, the TAC Light barrel, the Corvus Custom Marksman barrel, or the Predator barrel. The two stocks you won't be using are the stock M16 Grenadier barrel or the Corvus Custom Marksman. I personally am a fan of the Corvus Custom, just so I am using a sniper, so I am using a close range, more of a close range stock, what's Corvus Custom. If you would like to know what the changes of the two are, the 616 grenade dart has slower ADS speed than the Corvus. For the underbarrel options, you have the Commando foregrip, the Merc foregrip, the Tactical foregrip, the Bipod, the Range foregrip, and the Operator foregrip. You want to be using the Commando foregrip unless you're super up close and you really are wanting to play, super range only in buildings fights. You're probably going to want to use the Merc foregrip, but that's only if you really want to play like that, or if you just prefer this gun. For the ammunition, you have the 50 rounds, the 60 rounds, the 32 round mag, or the 10 round mag. Obviously, you want to go for the 60 round mag. For the final but not least attachment, I'm using the no stock attachment. This is the ADS speed and movement speed. Now I know a lot of people in the comment section are going to go down and go, oh, wait, hey, but this got nerfed. If you can control the recoil of this gun, it's fine. If you can control the recoil, if you can't, maybe use the default stock, use a laser, if not, stipple grip tape. For my perks, I use EOD just because there's a ton of a load. There is a ton of a load of C4 and explosives in Warzone. My overkill is so I can carry a sniper and a AR, and then use amped for faster weapon swap. And I don't actually use specialist, I just put that on by accident. And then I use C4. You can always double tap square. What I believe is, let's think here, X is X or A on the Xbox. It's square though. The left side of the figures, and you double tap that, and it always explodes the C4. The only other really viable option, in my own opinion, is the Semtex. Just because you can throw that in buildings. You can use, I see a lot of people have been using frags recently. That's cool, but you can easily just fuse that, and it's not the best. I then use hobby sensors. The only, this is a tablet that displays rough information about nearby enemies. The only other option you can have is stun grenades or flash. Use stuns though if you're going to use one or two. I've seen recently a couple more people are using snapshots, so this is barely anyone though. It is decent, but it's not that viable. So guys, hope you enjoyed this short video about my best class to use in Warzone. Hope you enjoyed. It's been TL Lou. For now, peace.